Hey y'all! Today I'm going to be doing a story about the time I almost died at an XXXTENTACION concert. And today is also the 2-year anniversary of his passing, which is really sad, but I don't think it's a coincidence that I was like, oh, I'll just do this story. And I looked on the internet and it was like, oh, this is the 2-year marking. And I'm like, okay, so I'm gonna post this video either a day or two after, so when you guys see it, it's gonna be past it, but I am recording this on that day. And I did really like his music. I did see how he was someone who was like really in pain. He expressed his pain through his music a lot, and unfortunately his life was stopped really short. So this took place on April 7th, 2017. At the time I was living on Biscayne by Bayside, which was really close to Wynwood, walking distance, and that's where the concert was being held. So he posted, I don't know where he posted, I think he posted on Instagram like the time, the date, and all that. It's gonna be a $5 show, you know, everybody pull up, like kids, whatever, you know, because it was his first concert coming out of jail and he didn't want to make it like super expensive and super exclusive. Just like everybody out in the hood, everybody who can come make it into Wynwood, come. It's just gonna be $5. So I was like, I'm gonna go. I don't care if I have to walk there, I'll go. It's not that far of a walk, maximum 20 minutes. And so when I was on my way, one of my friends called me for some foolish reason. Some of y'all know that foolish reason, but whatever. And they were like, oh, you know, I'll come get you and I'll take you to the concert. I was like, yeah, you should come with me. Like, I'll even pay for you to come. Like, come, because I don't want to go alone. It was my first concert ever. I've only been to 2 concerts before that one, which scarred me for quite some time, and then another one out here in New York. Both of them I was alone. Crazy. Ain't nobody want to go to concerts with me. So he just dropped me off at the thing, and it was just like there was cars parked all along the sidewalks as usual. It's Wynwood, those of you who know. And there was a ton of cops like everywhere. There's police everywhere. It was 12 everywhere. And there was a huge crowd of kids, of people, and they were like on the sidewalk and like spilling out into the street trying to get into the venue, the place. So they're all lined up trying to get in, and there was this one security guard, skinny, lean looking black guy with a boom in his voice, and there was a car that was behind the huge crowd, which was his car, and he was yelling and screaming, y'all need to back up, I'll mess any of y'all up, and don't get on my effing car, you know, doing his thing, because it's just him and a whole bunch of us, and we want to go see X. And X fans are very special people. Like, fans in general can become, but these are people who relate to his music because they're hurt, they're angry, so there's a lot of energy in them kids, and they was teens, a lot of pale skinned teens were there. I was expecting it to be more ethnic, but you know, they really wrote for him, they really did. So I was like, oh boy, this is gonna be some mess. And he was like, I'm just gonna let in 5 girls. And so me and him had made eye contact from before, because I was kind of looking like, what did I get myself into? I had my little $5. I was like, okay, pick me. And he looked at me, he was like 1, 2, 3, and then he picked me, he said 4, and I was like, yes, it's me, I'm number 4, I'm going in. Y'all hoes is mad, y'all girls is mad. Sorry if I say hoes. I say hoes a lot. I don't know why. Maybe New York is hard on me, but that's like a word that's been built into my vocabulary for some reason these days. But I was like, y'all hoes is mad, I'm getting in, you know. So I gave him my little $5. I went in, and there was like a huge metal gate, and they covered it with that like black material, that black fabricy, plasticky looking material. So on the inside there was just a ton of people in there. There was a big stage, and then a staircase leading up to another level that was just metal and had a railing, so it wasn't a real level, it was just somewhere for, I guess, people to do their thing, do their performances on. And the crowd was filled, and there was, you know, music booming. And I was like, okay, I'm in here. I was pretty much all the way towards the back, and the entryway door was really small, and it was just one way to get in and one way to get out. So I came in through there, and that's how everybody was eventually going to leave as well. So then X came out on the stage. Everybody was like, oh my gosh, X, yeah. And this was at the time he was having issues and beef with Drake, so everybody started chanting F Drake, F Drake, F Drake. You know, he took off his jacket and his shirt, he's shirtless. Yeah, everybody's excited. Wow, oh my gosh, F Drake. And I'm just there like, can we start playing some music, because I don't really care about Drake and all this stuff. I just came for the music, to have an experience. And my smart behind was I was wearing these open toe thong sandals. You know, they were white and they were thong sandals. So the sandals that have a strap that just goes between your big toe and then the toe right next to your big toe. And yeah, that was very unwise. That bit me in the behind later on. Never wearing open toe shoes to a concert again, ever. So everybody was in there wild up, and then he was gonna go on the stage to perform. We're like, yes, finally, because they were just playing background music for the time being. And before this boy could even let out a song, the police were like, oh, we gotta shut it down, we gotta shut it down. Like, the boy just got here, we were all up in here. Now you're talking about we have to shut it down. Like, why didn't you? So they shut it down. Everybody was like, F12, F12. And there's videos of everything that happened. Everything I'm saying, there's videos of it. I have my own personal videos of things that probably are not easy to find on the internet because, yeah. But the general what happened, there were people who were vlogging and who like kind of made the news about what happened, and like, oh, X concert right after jail ends in riot. Like, yeah, it was wild. So he was like, okay, they're telling me we gotta leave, so let's take it outside. So he was going outside and everybody was like, yeah, let's go outside. And I was like, okay. It was like a split second, and I was like, I felt like, I'm sorry, I felt like Simba's father in The Lion King. Right before he saw all the antlers and he heard them, he was like, okay, I know what's about to happen. And I was like, okay, they said go outside, there's a ton of crazy people up in here, and that door is quite small, and they want to get out as fast as they can to come see this boy. So I was like, okay, let me get ahead. Didn't matter. They just bum rushed me, whether I wanted to move or not. The crowd was pushing me, and I had this Victoria Secret pulley bag that everybody had that had the tassels on the side because they gave it away for like, oh, spend $100. So everybody had that bag, and so it was on to me. And I had my long plaits. I had my braids like down to my waist because I never cut my hair when I get my braids done. Do the whole pack, do the length. I like my length. If I'm gonna do short, I'm gonna do short. My hair's gonna be past my shoulders, it's gonna be touching my behind, period. But I had these long braids and everybody was going forward, so I was just like, okay, I'm getting pushed. I'm trying to like, you know, hold myself, and my phone was out in my hand as well. I don't know how I was able to even keep my limbs, but somehow my bag and my phone and all my belongings made it through this whole thing. But while I'm being pushed forward, somehow my braids are being yanked back. So I'm like, how is it everyone's going forward, but someone's trying to decapitate me? Like, that don't make no sense. And after everything happened, and I was screaming. I looked up videos like for the hashtag and all that stuff on Instagram. Right now, I'm pretty sure I could never find those videos, like the thousands of videos that are out there now. I don't know, but there was one video you could actually hear me yelling and screaming, and I was like, dang, your girl shrieking. But you know, people didn't really care. They couldn't hear anything, so I'm pretty much crowd surfing at this point, and we finally make it outside the door. Everybody's pushing. I'm just trying to like find out where can I go. There's police. Oh, get out, da 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 da. He's in some part trying to get to his area, his car. He had one or maybe two. He had one main security guard actually guarding him personally. I don't know if it's because maybe he got separated from the other ones, but it was this really big dude. And so everybody's pushing with their phones out trying to get close to X. And so they're pushing him, and they're pushing trying to get to him, and I'm in the midst of that. So they end up pushing me onto him. Now let me tell you, I was body to body with this young man, and at first I was like, okay, y'all are dumb. Y'all are pushing me trying to get to him, but instead you're pushing me onto him, and I'm just trying to get out. Then I was like, oh wait, I'm body to body with him. He's shirtless. He kind of cute. Like, oh my gosh, okay, a little fangirly moment or whatever. And then I was like, okay, but this is like crazy. And so I'm trying to just, I don't know. He's not really paying attention to what's going on right in front of him. His head was looking up the entire time, and if you look at the videos, you see him looking up at the people with their phones recording him and stuff. So I tried to get my phone to record a little video at some point. That did not work or happen. Like, I couldn't manage to do so. But his bodyguard, huge dude, you know, black, bald, all that, thick arm. and he, you know, he sees X is like being bum rushed by all these people. The guy is taking it in. He's like, look at all these people, they love me. Not really paying attention or caring about who's touching up on him, which is quite unsanitary, especially because his bodyguard stuck his arm out to separate X from all the people, and his arm landed right on my, he just said, ah! He said, let me kill this little girl so I could do. I'm like, okay, I can't breathe, they're pushing me, this man's arm is thick, he's pushing, so he's trying to push them and they're pushing me, so they're both pushing me into the man arm, my neck into the man arm. So I'm like, okay, I'm coughing, I can't breathe, it's very terrible. I'm like and while I'm doing this, I'm like, I'm coughing all up in this boy's face. Like, imagine if this happened right before, you know, the pandemic, like right before we even knew about corona. That's so unsanitary. I was like, boy, you need better security, this is not it. And especially thinking about the way he died, it's like, I don't know about how well his security was, because I feel like if he had better security, maybe he would have been safer, and that makes me sad. But I'm like, looking at you, like, I'm literally coughing in your face and you're too busy like looking up and you can't even see me dying on you. But then the security guard peeped that he was murdering me, he was killing me. Let me not say murdering. He moved his arm, he was saying, I got you, it's okay, I got you. So he was kind of like guiding me and guiding X and like the crowd. X was still, I don't know what that boy was doing. He was lost all up in the lights and the fame and the love. And so as we were going, there was this person who fell onto the floor, and I started screaming, stop, stop. I think that was before I was body to body to him, yeah. But there was a moment where this girl fell to the floor, and I was yelling and screaming, stop, you guys, there's a person on the floor, there's a person, y'all about to trample her, like, relax. But as he was guiding us, we kind of pushed towards where some cars were parked into the sidewalk, and once people hit the sidewalk, it kind of like broke free, people had space to kind of move or whatever, and that's when X jumped on the car. I'm pretty sure a lot of his fans seen the video of when he jumped on the car, and then a whole bunch of other people jumped on top of the car, and he was trying to calm everybody down. And I'm not sure if everybody realized what happened, because a lot of people are saying, oh, the police arrested him, but what happened was he jumped on the car, he was trying to get everybody to calm down. They were not calming down. They jumped on the car with him. They were not listening to the man. He was trying to be like, relax, chill, shh, shh. You know, I think I have some videos from there. I don't know, I'm gonna see what videos I have and I'll post them up in the video. But they wasn't listening, they was going crazy, so he was like, okay, I'm gonna jump down the car, and everybody jumped off the car, and that car was messed up, very much dented. It was giving me destroyed. And he just started running down the block towards, I guess, where his car was, where he was parked up at, and then everybody started running. I even ran a little bit too, like, I don't know what I was doing. You know, my brain was not fully developed, okay? It's not fully developed now, but it was even more underdeveloped. So I was kind of like going with it, and I was like, why am I running? Like, what's going on? I need to go home. And then I started running back towards where we were before, like, oh, X is here. And so then he was in this, you know, blacked out van. Not really blacked out, because we could see him through the windows, and he was trying to leave, but it wasn't working. So what happened was the police took him because he wasn't able to leave. Like, we were blocking his car, we were blocking the way, we were not letting this man leave. We wasn't letting him, I'm touching my bob so much because it's not cooperating with me, but we wouldn't let the man leave. So they took him. They're getting mad, like, oh, they're taking X, F12, we're mad. But in reality, they were just trying to put him in the cop car, because that's the only way we would actually let him leave. Like, we would let the police go, you're gonna take him, whatever. So they took him out, and there were a bunch of police around, mostly male, you know, buff, Miami, bald head dudes, Hispanic, black, white, whatever, all of them, all the colors of the rainbow, buff and very Miami'd out. And there was this girl, she looked like, I think she was like either white or Hispanic. She had her little hair and a little outfit, sneakers. She kind of looked like, I don't want to say Dora, but I don't know. She had like a Dora-ish outfit and like a cutesy backpack on. Maybe it was a unicorn, I don't really know. But she started swinging, and there was a police officer in front of her, and then out of nowhere, like 5 police officers just jumped on top of her and started arresting her. And you know us, we're like, oh no, F the police, get off of her. So we started recording, and I was right there, so I started recording, and then the police were like, back up. And then they brought out their tasers, and I was like, no, don't touch me, because I think like a police officer like put their hand out or whatever. I reviewed the video. Girl, get a grip. Why is you that? get on somewhere. Okay, get on somewhere. So once they brought out the tasers, nobody was bold anymore. Like, girl, you finna get arrested. But they just arrested her and took her. She seemed fine to me. I don't know what she was swinging at an officer for, but that's really none of my business. And then that was about it. Everybody pretty much dispersed, and I ran into this girl who was from my school at the time, who I later found out that she was actually cool with X, because I looked on her page and she was like friends with him. She knew him. She was like, oh, what happened? You know, I just got here and I just told the whole story that I just told y'all to her. But like right after it happened, so I'm like, oh my gosh, and then I was in, and she was looking at me like, okay, like, girl, you lost your mind. I don't know if you're all there, but and so then that was pretty much it. We started, everyone was like walking home, trying to find a way to get out. They also had certain parts of the area blocked off, so it's like, oh, go home now, but you blocked off the way I got here. These people, the police don't be making sense. How you gonna scream go home, but the way home is blocked, and some people are parked that way, so we have to maneuver and get out of here. I got an Uber, and it was some European man, and as I looked down, I saw my feet, and my toenail was practically missing. I was disheveled, my limbs were sore. I had to explain to the man what happened, and then when I got home, I told my mom everything, and she was like, wow. But I was like, but mommy, I was body to body with X, and you know, it was a moment, and you know, that was quite the experience. Never wearing open-toe shoes to an event like that ever again. Learned my lesson. All I can say is these people, you know, that's the kind of environment where people do mosh pits, so I can't be surprised of the kind of personalities and the kinds of way people are acting there. If it was like a Celine Dion concert, that would be like, who is these people acting like this? Y'all are grown, you are mature. These were crazy teens, crazy emotional teens, and it was kind of lit. I wouldn't want to experience something like that again. I don't want to be in the mix of everyone being mad and angry and police shutting things down. But I would go to a concert with that kind of music, that kind of vibe again, but just with more precautions. And I'm sad to be telling this story knowing that he's gone now, and especially on the day he died. I did not plan to do this on his death anniversary or anything like that. I was thinking about it like 2 or 3 days ago when I made the post, should I do another story? And I was trying to pick a story that was lit but not too lit, because I want to save them for when I have a little more followers. And then someone posted today saying, oh, today's X's anniversary. I'm like, that's not a coincidence, so I'm definitely gonna do it. So I'm just glad that he made music that related to me and related to a lot of other people, and he wasn't, you know, trying to just do it for the clout, for the fame, trying to be, you know, another signed artist that becomes mainstream. And I like the fact that he was about the community and he was about self-growth and, you know, moving forward. He wasn't stuck in being like an angry teen all the time. He actually wanted to do better, and I'm glad he had the chance to start doing better and trying to better himself. That's someone that will forever live in a lot of people's memory, and his concerts, I'm pretty sure plenty of them was crazier than the one that I experienced. I like how the sun just came out. I wanted the sun to be out when I started the video. Now the lighting is kind of off, but okay, I'll accept it. Yes, hello, hi skin, sun skin. But that is the end of that story. I can look it up. It was on January 7th, 2017. Just put X's first concert after coming out of jail, and you'll see some stuff. So I hope you guys enjoyed that story time. Please look out for more story times. Engage with me on my social media sites. Tell me what kind of content you want me to be posting in the comments, in my DMs, all that. Alright, my lovelies, so thank you guys so much for watching. See you in my next video. Mwah. Bye. Give this video a thumbs up, feel free to comment, and don't forget to follow, shop, and subscribe.